What's up, my gnomies? It's episode 32 of Dour Gnome Adventures with Brian.
Can't get you out of my head.
Matt.
Boy, you're all that I've been thinking about.
Yes.
Mark.
I don't know the lyrics, sorry.
Dimitri.
My face, my beautiful face.
And I'm your GM, Ryan. Neither lovable nor hateable.
I don't know about that last part.
Oh, wait. No. No, your self-assessment is incorrect.
You ate my face.
Only a little bit.
I did not eat Dimitri's face.
Yes, you
Okay,
did.
in character, you ate my character's face.
Only a little bit. You got better.
There was some light devourment.
I'm still missing. Anyway, so last session we encountered some sort of a demon with the lower half of legs at least, of a dog. And it turned out that it was a demon because when Bob hit it with the cold iron light hammer, it took more damage. Unfortunately, the demon then bit at Bob's face and ate chunks of it. It was in that cave-in room, but when we killed it, we found no other exits from that room, so we decided to rest there so that Bob's face would regrow a little bit, and it did. However, Bob is still missing chunks of face and therefore less charismatic than usual. Afterwards, we decided to completely ignore the big giant door that we totally should have gone through, went through a tiny little door, found a bedroom, and in that bedroom were ambushed by some clockwork snakes with gemstone eyes, and when those got defeated, they exploded out of their gemstone eyes. We did defeat them, and it doesn't look like... No, we couldn't disable any of them, but we did manage to throw some of them away out of harm's way, or out of our way.
That was hilarious. Yeah. The chucking of the corpses was pretty funny.
The last thing that happened, though, is that Vercog found a key.
Yes.
Yes, what is that key to?
Probably the locked chest.
Oh yeah, we do have that in this room.
There's the book. Did we go over the book?
No, but I definitely scooped it up because I didn't want Cinderspark to...
My book burning activities have neither been confirmed nor denied.
Please pay no attention to the ash behind the curtain.
So you did pick up the book.
I did.
You have found a key with the book.
Okay.
There's also a glowing light on the desk.
Okay, I will cast Read Aura on it.
Vercog, could you check if that's magical, that's just going to give you yes in 30 feet.
Exactly, so I'm cutting out the middleman, Bob.
All right, go ahead and give me an identify.
Occultism, please.
Sure.
Is anyone injured?
26. I'm a wincy bit.
All right, that would be a critical success. That is an Everlight crystal.
What does an Everlight crystal do?
An Everlight crystal is one of the most common applications of permanent magic. This stone or gem sheds magical light constantly, requiring no oxygen and generating no heat.
I like that.
The crystal can be covered, but the light can't be extinguished.
Okay. Is it fragile?
It does not appear to be fragile.
Okay, cool. This is something we can kind of chuck down a hallway ahead of us.
Yes.
We might... Go ahead.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, cool.
So it just sits there. It doesn't like float. It's not like an Ioun stone.
No.
No.
Nope, not an Ioun stone.
Which don't I think they're Aeon stones these days. Not the point.
Right.
Really just scrubbing the serial numbers off of everything.
Yes, they are.
AEIOUN stones.
Sometimes Y stone.
So they're Val stones. Val.
I do not want to encounter something that produces those kinds of stones. This is like finding out how foie gras is made.
Anyway, what
Foie gras?
Foie gras? Yeah, let's. What does the key do? Because the key open the chest, maybe, perhaps.
You want to
Wait.
key first, or you want to look at the journal first? What's happening?
Do anything since you've identified a magical thing? You can now cast detect magic, and if anything other than that is still magical,
Dimitri.
Yeah.
Dimitri. Could you let me play my character the way that I want to?
You know what? I think I will.
Like, really? Like, maybe you're sorry that you did that again.
I am sorry I did that again.
God, man. Because I gotta be honest with you, Vercog would be more interested in the book than magic items.
On the book, you noticed that it was left open to a page when you picked it up.
Fabulous. We love that.
You flip the page to see if there's any writing beyond it, and this looks like it was the final entry.
Okay.
On this page, let's go show players. It is written in Thessalonian, but for our viewing pleasure, for Cog, what does this say?
We wish there was a way to make the text bigger. Soon a whole new world will begin. I am so close to being able to finally complete my grandfather's work. I've double checked the preparations in the summoning chamber, and we should have enough food and water for the week-long ritual. As much as I would like to have my fellow believers with me, I need them to ensure all aspects of the ritual go as planned. Without the added power siphoned from the Vloric spires or the chaotic divine energy gathered by Ragnolf's bumbling hands, this ritual might not work, but I have faith with the fresh blood of decay and the horn of rust finally in hand. Tsar Osmak, sin of steel, shall rise again, and he shall reward me for being the agent of his resurrection. Do I think that those green things that we saw in the previous rooms might be these Vloric spires that he was writing about? And by the way, this is Mitramar's journal. Grandfather's work.
So I assume you take a little bit of time and you start thumbing back through some of these other pages. And you start getting back and you realize that at some point the handwriting changed.
Oh boy.
I have my misgivings about this.
Major or minor?
Yet to be seen.
It is all written in Thessalonian. However, there's two distinct handwritings in it. And the further back you go, the ink is pretty well worn. Like you can tell, like this is some ancient or old, not ancient, but old handwriting.
Okay.
Is there a whose journal this is page?
It's Mitramar's.
Yeah.
But like the original writing, Mitramar's is like on the inner cover or whatever. It matches the, like, this isn't Mitramar picking up somebody else's journal.
Wait. Bob, maybe it starts as the grandfather's journal and then the transition is to Mitramar.
And I'm going to go ahead and give you a hero point for that.
Okay.
Woo-hoo!
Good for you.
Well, I have moments.
The other thing that I was thinking of was that, there is like this gigantic gap between ancient Thessalon and current Jin Edasseril, because it did kind of leap through time.
Yeah.
As far as we can tell from our in-game perspective, it just showed up. But it claims to be.
I misspoke. It is actually ancient.
The journal itself.
Yeah. So there's some mention in here of the Vloric spires.
Okay.
And you get the idea those Vloric spires are the spires that go up through the ground where you saw up top that make up Rusthenge, but come down and connect to those cables. And that's where you're talking about siphoning that energy.
How many of those did we turn off or ruin? We definitely did turn off or ruin some of them.
3 of them.
Yep. Yeah, we saw 3.
Okay. Yep. All right. And we did something with all of them?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad even, stupid without any information, we did the right thing.
Or did we?
Let's see here. So we
discussed this. We discussed this specifically that Bob was like, should we be turning them off so we don't set him off any alarms? And you guys were like, no. This does something. We should turn this off. And then you turned off every single one of those control panels that we had access to.
Good. Okay. I am glad that we insisted. You were right in the moment to be cautious about it, 100%.
Well, you read the ancient Thessalonian writing and it said off, so you just flicked the switch.
It's true.
Even though the GM said it wasn't like that.
There's mention in here, of course, of the Sky Metal Workshop, the Vloric Spires, and Thieltamar's plan to resurrect Tsar Asmak. Thieltamar is Mitramar's grandfather.
Gotcha.
There's a brief mention of Thieltamar present in Dis during Tsar Asmak's ill-fated attack on the city.
This is Matt talking, not Vercog, although I'll roll it if you like. As in the city of Dis?
Yes.
Okay.
DIS?
Want me to roll it? Sorry.
We built
DIS? But it goes on to talk just a little bit. It's just a brief mention, but it notes that Thealtamar managed to bring back Zar Azmak.
All good. Take your time, dude.
Yes, sorry, that Zar Azmak was able to bring back one of the demon lord's broken off horns upon fleeing back to the Vloric Spires.
And that would be the Horn of Rust, then, I suppose.
Yep.
Maybe. Who's Ragnolf?
He was the captain of the ship, wasn't he?
No, that was the dwarf that you guys slaughtered.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's right. He had a name.
Lord Ragnolf.
Okay.
There was also, you find some writing that is a little bit even different in that it looks more like runes.
Okay.
That take up a couple pages in the several pages in the middle of the book.
Assuming this is a language you don't speak.
Yeah, we definitely did not pick the best languages. Although, like some of these, I don't know how we would have figured.
Well, it's the rise of the Rune Lords problem. How would you know that giant was going to come up at the very start?
No, 100%. I mean, my languages are distinctly useless, but again, I have no idea how I figured.
No, ancient Thessalonian is useful.
Yeah. Do you know what the rest of mine are, D?
Well, no, I mean, you've told us at some point, but I haven't been keeping track. Sorry.
Dwarven, Elven, Goblin, and Jotun.
I love you.
0 for 4, Dimitri.
What is your occultism?
10.
Trained expert?
Oh, shoot. I think expert, but give me a second.
Bob has it at +7 trained.
I think this is a minimum proficiency thing.
Yeah.
Crap, I am trained. I am expert in medicine, but trained in occultism. Okay.
Yep, and I went with performance.
Nope, which totally makes sense, both of them. Just still. Okay.
So yeah, you're not sure what this says, but you can definitely tell that it is some kind of magical runic writing.
What about Zinadashral lore? Could I try to roll that?
Not to read the magic, no.
Okay. But if it's magical and you try to identify the magic, you get a +2.
You have to have minimum proficiency.
Yeah, that's another problem that they added in. It's just like, oh, sorry, you can't do this even if you have a high bonus. You have to have the specific level of training. Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense, but
I don't know. I'm not walking into a surgery center, just because I know first aid.
No,
well, not with that attitude.
Really good, but I'm not, I can cut a steak really nice, but I am not opening your kneecap.
Excuse me, Bob remembers. Okay, the surgery center comes to you.
Bob remembers.
It's not a scalpel; it's a dog slice.
Is that like Pepperidge Farm? Remember?
Yes.
Bob, do you make
Bob
cookies
remembers?
outside?
Yes, prestidigitation and helping Elder Ordway in the kitchen. Of course, I make cookies.
That's his other secret cantrip is bake cookies.
There's a lot more information that you could spend some time reading.
Gross.
I would. Yeah, I know. But we should definitely get into that chest. If indeed
maybe
that's what this key is for.
Maybe there's a dictionary inside.
There isn't.
Right.
Maybe now there's a dictionary inside because there's plot in that book that the GM can't give us otherwise.
He doesn't want to give us the plot.
You snatch up that key, try to stick it in the hole on the chest, and it does not open the chest.
Oh, the keys for that the MacGuffin door, maybe.
Maybe. Did it have I don't remember it having a keyhole.
We tried to pick it, didn't we?
No, because my lockers have been broken.
Yeah, and we didn't go back to town. Are there any locked components to the desk?
No. This is everything on the desk.
Is there
Check
a secret
under the
compartment
bed?
in the desk?
Is there anything under the bed except the exploded gem snake?
Not anymore. There's a snake that blew up underneath it.
Right. So you have a key, and then Vercog has a journal.
Okay, but the chest is still not open, and this is an issue.
I step out into the hallway.
You take a peek at this chest, and you think that this is also about an average lock. would require multiple successes.
Well, it doesn't really matter since I have a crowbar, which is an average crowbar, but,
Hold on.
That reminds me. We had a locked door upstairs that we had no key for.
Yes, Dimitri. That's the one we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the big door out here.
No, I was talking about the MacGuffin door.
Big spiky spooky door? No.
No, not that one. The one where it was the door that we couldn't open.
Right, the locked one.
Yeah.
So do we want to go back upstairs with that key?
No, I want to open the fucking chest.
Let's finish up in this room. Yeah. Didn't we come across a scroll of knock, or am I making stuff up?
No, I took knock as a spell. It doesn't work the same in this edition.
It gives you a +4 bonus, I believe,
Yeah.
to a thievery check.
Yeah, it's very
The power difference, right, coming from first edition Pathfinder to
yeah,
Pathfinder
but it's also it's assumptions,
Yeah.
I should have, and I had money, and I didn't think of it. I did not buy a set of lock picks.
Go ahead, and if you want to try your crowbar, I will allow you to give it a go.
Can anyone assist?
I will allow one person to assist.
It is athletics, yes?
It's okay.
What kind of
I was
check?
actually about to ask that.
Athleticals.
Athleticals.
I have a +8.
It's an 18 I got.
You have an 18, and then what? Are you rolling to aid, Mark?
Yeah, I'll do it.
That's better than Bob's +5.
It's 18 to aid, so I believe I aid.
Yeah, that's a +1. 19 is not going to be enough to get through that.
Does that count the crowbar bonus?
The crowbar doesn't have a bonus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not, again, a different edition. There's a penalty for not having a crowbar is what it.
Ryan, how long has Mitramar been in Rusthenge? Iron Harbor, sorry.
In Iron Harbor, let's see, about a week before you got here. You've been here 3 days, 10, 11 days.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So however long it took him to get to the summoning chamber, he's not finished. Otherwise, I would imagine something bad would happen, or at least he would have left.
Well, we would have noticed.
Yeah, I would like to think.
Not if this connects to the Darklands.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going down into the Darklands. Do you?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, the chest is not open.
Because
can I continue to try until my crowbar breaks as well as my lockpicks?
I have a different question. Is the chest bolted to the floor?
Nope.
Are you going to carry it, Bob?
Well, we have somebody who's bigger than me and stronger than me.
Listen, the goat is not here with us.
I don't know. Are you calling Borm?
I don't think Borm has
the
capacity to carry that.
No.
We can drag it?
Or we could try to open it again.
Go ahead.
Thank you. This is...
Bob is not large. Can Bob jump on that crowbar to aid?
28.
A 28.
Bob needs to.
You are able to pop it open.
Aha, take that chest. What's inside?
Within this iron-bound chest, you find some unusual liquids.
Detect magic?
So let's see. 6, 9, 11 unusual liquids. And 66 silver pieces.
Lovely.
Okay.
6, not 6d6.
We got that.
And 14 gold.
Okay. They really do love their unusual liquids in this place, huh?
All right, so since we're going to be spending some time here, does anybody want 8 hit points back?
I didn't lose any.
I am down 6.
And you do detect new magic in here.
Uh-huh.
Now that this is open.
I am reading aura.
Okay, so I'm giving you 8 hit points by sustaining a thing for 4 rounds and then recovering the focus pull point.
And go ahead and give me the occultism check on the read aura as you go through these.
Come on.
+2 for the spell.
Could you do me a favor, Dimitri, and go look in the log? Go look in the log.
Oh, your rolls are public. Okay.
You are unable to identify.
Somebody else? Now I roll a 3.
After he points it out, can we roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do we get the same +2 as well?
Sure.
Can I assist?
Sure.
+2.
25 is enough. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Good.
You got a healing potion lesser.
That's nice.
The other items do not radiate magic.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, as they are likely some kind of elixirs.
And how does one identify elixirs?
You've been using Ghelfi.
Ah,
You need the alchemical equipment.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it seems like going back to town is looking more and more appealing.
I have so many unidentified liquids we can identify.
All right, I distributed the coins to you, and I just had it break it out into an even number, so you guys will actually get copper pieces too.
I have an unusual liquid, another unusual liquid, and an unusual substance.
Ooh, is it liquid?
It's a substance. I'm not sure if it is a solid, a liquid, or a plasma.
Gas.
Look, if it's a gas, it's not sticking around.
It's
All right.
smelling salts.
Yes, it's smelling.
So you guys have busted up this room a little bit. You destroyed a clockwork snake serpent.
Three
Of them. One specifically in the room that
They destroyed themselves.
and
we helped. We get XP for that.
you look at the desk where you exploded the first one, and shards missed the book by centimeters, going straight through the desk and to the floor.
Cinderspark, did you use a healing potion in one of the fights?
Probably. Do I have any more? No, I do not.
Then I suggest that the healing potion we found should go to you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I dropped everything on Vercog.
I am now encumbered. Thanks.
When the DM gives
They're
you all the
potions.
stuff.
I don't know who to give them to. Healing
Okay.
potion lesser. We'll give that to.
I love that the shrinking potion says the fungus flavored potion. So it's the mushroom that I ate.
Currently, Bob has some space. His bulk 4 and encumbered 5.
I think
So
Bob
I
should
could
have
take-
lost some weight for having lost some face.
Apparently,
Oh no!
my face was not load bearing. Apparently,
Oh, okay.
So you guys have destroyed this room now. Jumped on the bed, blew up a snake underneath it, and
These accusations. This is racial discrimination because we're goblins. I take exception to this. Voices in my head.
Very much like goblin behavior.
There's a door over here.
We didn't destroy the snakes. They blew themselves up.
no, we did not touch that door yet. Do we want to
Cindy.
before we leave?
Cindy,
Yes.
thank you.
I believe I had already checked it. Did I not?
I don't remember. I gotta be.
You can check again.
Okay, I will check again.
Borm, you coming?
What's your perception modifier?
I like the little satchel that
Plus
I have
6.
on my hip. I definitely would have one of
Those were just silent snake explosions. Nobody heard them. Right down to the huge double door.
You look at the door. You don't believe that it is trapped. You can tell that it is locked. Interestingly, though, you hear what sounds chanting or praying. It's really hard. It's a faint sound through the stone door.
So A, it's locked, and B, there's plot behind the door. Do we want to go in there, or do we want to go mess around with the big spooky door?
I mean, we have a key. We should be trying that in every single lock now.
Right, but there's plot behind this door. I mentioned that.
Yeah, but we just rested. We might actually have enough resources to take on a little bit of plot.
Okay, I'll try the key.
The key fits nicely.
Okay, but does it trip the tumblers?
You turn the key, click, and suddenly you hear the sounds of praying or chanting stop.
Oh, I lock it again.
So, hold on. You mean to tell me that we just disrupted a week-long ritual and they're going to have to restart because we locked the door again? Okay, guys, we can go back to town now. We know what they're doing for a week.
So they don't stop their chanting for the sound of exploding snakes, but the key turning in the door.
When did a snake?
I don't know,
explode
Ryan.
next to this door?
I ran out of the hallway with a fucking snake that was ticking.
If you don't,
That was by the other door, way down. What is that? How far away is that?
I guess
measure
too
that.
far. I mean,
Around some corners.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Bob grabbed it out of your hand and then tossed it at the double door.
True.
That's like 60 feet plus around corners.
And there was 2 explosions in the other room. There's just this is blowing up snakes. We're not exactly quiet people.
No.
And then we're fucking around with this. We're fucking around with a chest and trying to break it open. But the key turning in the lock, that was the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. All right.
And you, after the chanting stops, you hear like the clatter of wood, and then something hits the door, and then it sounds like the clatter of wood hitting the ground.
Oh, they're trying to block it from the other side.
Indeed. Thumbs on the other side of the door.
Presumably, I mean,
it sounds like something was like something might have been thrown at the door. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't sound like furniture was moved, but more like a piece of wood clattered to the ground.
Somebody threw their dinner plate at the door. I'm going to unlock the door again.
The chanting hasn't restarted, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
Which way does the door open?
I should lock and unlock the door just a couple more times. just.
Have you tried shutting down your ritual and then restarting it again?
Okay. Let's open the door.
Okay. You open the door. You see a familiar face.
Oh, it's
and she goes, Cinderspark, what are you doing here? For Cog?
We found him.
Hi, Mom.
Bob is behind Borm.
Go, Bob. Go.
Who's that behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Bob!
A demon ate his face.
Ordway, what are you doing in here?
Don't full name me, Mom. What are you doing in here? We need to have a full conversation.
In here, guys. What?
What does she like? Does she look disheveled? Does she look hungry?
Does she smell?
She looks disheveled, hungry, bruised.
Well, first of all, give her food, give her water, and cast a healing song on her. Yeah.
Okay. You see a bucket of water, but it looks to be pretty nasty water.
She was
maybe moldy
to cast some clerical stuff. I would hope she knows create water. But besides that, it would be surprising for her to hear the healing song, Hymn of Healing, because Bob didn't have it last time she knew Bob. So he tells her to just eat, drink, and then cast the healing song, and he's going to be doing that for the next 4 rounds in case somebody wants to say something.
Like she's actively trying to talk to you, and you're just going to be singing at her.
Where did you learn this? Where?
He's been doing this for a little while now. Tad, we lost Tad.
Did he go back?
No. We lost Tad. He died.
Where did you lose him?
He got killed by the jelly.
The jelly. Okay. That's probably a story for another time.
Yeah. We rescued a lot of the guys who were here. They're back in town at Elsie's. Elsie's really nice. You should have met her, but we could bring you back there, and you can meet her. You can meet her now.
You mean that the town's not in on all of this?
We don't think so.
No. I'm assuming it's been 4 rounds. Has it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. We kind of killed their leader.
Well, which leader are we talking about? The dwarf or the guy who's on the boat?
Rather upset. Oh no, Mitramar. No, we still looking for Mitramar. But like the Goromites, they apparently had a command structure, and they didn't tell us who their leader was. So when we saw a dwarf run at us and try to kill us, we kind of killed him back.
He hit me really hard.
Yes, he did, with this exact hammer. I'm still carrying it. And then apparently he was their leader. So I kind of exploded his head with a daze. These
are really great stories. I'm glad you're down here. I'm not happy you're down here, though.
Well, we're happy that you're alive. What happened?
How about
you could have gotten hurt?
We did get hurt.
I did. A lot.
Who is that big guy right there?
Oh, that's our new tall boy. Yeah, he's cool.
Actually, he's about the only remaining piece of command structure of the Goromites.
And, ma'am, you're not going to believe this, but my name's Ted, too.
Ted to Goromite Boogaloo.
We should get out of here.
We should.
Can you get me back to a safe space in town?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go to Elsie's.
Yes. Well,
you can meet the goat. We've met a goat. He's great. He's a great goat.
Right.
The best.
You haven't killed any of their horses, have you?
We didn't see any
horses.
Okay.
I still don't believe in horses.
Or their dogs. You haven't harmed their dogs.
They were kind of like cat slugs, really.
Weren't really dogs. I mean,
no. They were dog slugs. They pretended to be cats. They were shape-shifting things from like the abyss or something. I'm sorry, Mom. It's been a couple of days of some weird crap. By the way, what have you seen down here?
What happened?
Yeah. So she says that let's make our way topside, and I'll fill you in, and you can fill me in.
Talk, yeah.
That's a good idea.
This is looking very much like an Aaron Sorkin show.
I assume you guys then make your way back up the stairs.
Yes, we tell her we're leaving Darklands or the underbasement or whatever.
The underbasement. We are fucking all the way off back to Elsie's.
She's moving very slowly. Right? She's tired. She's just exhausted. Hasn't really eaten much in days. She tells you. She's like, they took my things. I don't have my religious symbol. They took my connection to, and she just kind of stops and takes some deep breath. They took my connection to Caden.
Oh,
what do you mean they took it?
My religious symbol, and she's like feeling around her neck and her chest.
I offer her some alcohol.
Do we not have mugs on us?
As a stand-in, I do have a mug actually. Yes, I will offer you some alcohol as your connection to Caden, if that will make you feel better.
I hand her my buckler, which is emblazoned with Caden's mug.
Yeah, one of these is better than the other, Dimitri.
Well, yes, you can't drink out of the buckler. I've tried.
I think you could probably drink out of the buckler. Challenge accepted. When we get back to Elsie's, we're going to have a buckler drinking contest.
All right, that's just don't drink the entire. Oh no, Verkog, don't eat the buckler when you drink from it.
Some things are food. Some things are not food. I don't have pica. So.
Oh, also, sorry about my face, Mom. I'm recovering from a demon trying to eat it and succeeding like twice.
He only took a little bit. I found it. I still have it if you want.
I don't want it. Throw it away. Why are you carrying that?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you going to...
She goes on to tell you, shortly after I was brought here, they questioned me. I didn't give them any information. I just told them that I was from Osprey Cove. But they beat me senseless, unconscious.
Wait, hold on. Can we check her for any signs of that sickness?
Good call.
The rust sickness?
We are walking them.
Because last time we found people in a basement behind a locked door, they were Goromites who had been infected with that.
Okay, 15 medicine to check her.
You don't find any.
Okay, good.
All right.
Is it possible that I was going to say, is it limited to followers of Gorham, but it's not because,
Cinderspark had it, right?
Yeah, but Cinderspark is a follower of Gorham.
Nope. Caden.
No, my bad. Okay, never mind.
He's our Gorham expert.
Yeah, I know about Gorham. Gorham's kind of a big spooky piece of shit, but Caden is so much cooler.
Yes, but you know the lore of the Gorham.
Yeah. I know his stats.
on the way back, she takes her time and talks to you. His Mitramar is his name.
Yeah.
He's performing some kind of ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To resurrect Tsar Azmak, and he said it was his grandfather's work.
Yeah,
he was gonna.
I have his book
journal.
We should read that.
I read it over, and I give her the capsule, but I show her the runes. Can you read these?
Let's get back to what'd you say, Elsie's?
Elsie's, yes.
Yeah. Let's get somewhere safe, and
that's a good idea. But as we pass, Bob's going to narrate, what happened in which room. Oh, yeah, and this is where Tad got punched by the... did I see Tad? Yes, because it brought down Tad, then it brought down Bob. And then Cinderspark was the last one standing.
Yep.
Against the jelly.
Yep.
But then we also had...
I was the last one standing.
That was a different encounter against 2 cultists.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Against the sin jelly or the envy jelly or whatever. I was the last one to not go down to pseudopods.
So you make your way up the stairs again, and into Stonehome.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start to make your way out of Stonehome, because the stairwell's pretty close there, you notice that like the bodies that were left there have been cleaned up, bodies that were in the doorway there. And it looks like somebody's been cleaning up blood.
Wait, which doorway? Hold on.
As you're exiting Stonehome to go into Iron Harbor.
Okay.
Into the town.
So they're no longer dangling corpses?
There's no longer dangling corpses.
I can hear to be
And you step outside and you see like the bodies are neatly laid.
Oh, that's right. We did tell them what was going on. So is it the town people came back? Or the Gormites, the Acolytes?
I don't know. Last time we didn't really have a good experience with the corpses being moved. So.
That's true. Be prepared for bone chariots.
Yes. I don't think we actually killed the last one of them, so we don't know where it's carried off to.
That's true. It's scurried off down the fucking stairs.
There were 2 of them, and Borm did manage to kill one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know if it's carried down the stairs or if it just did like a little round and skirted us back to the safe room. So now it's in the bone compactor.
So you see the 2 bodies that were left at the dangling corpses. Right. And then there's the 2 bodies that were still in armor in the next room. They were in that first room
rusty, fallen acolyte.
Yep. Those 2 bodies are also there. So there's 4 bodies right now. And they're neatly laid out, like as if they were, being presented gently.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. If the remaining Gorum acolytes have recovered, they would probably seek to reclaim and clean up Stonehome.
Right.
So,
and, treat their friends' corpses with respect, unlike some people.
Some goblins?
I said some people. I did not necessarily specify any particular ancestry.
Mitramar, I heard them talking. He told his followers that he needed me left alive in case they needed another sacrifice for his ritual, in case it didn't go as planned.
Another sacrifice? They had a sacrifice already?
That was what I heard them say. I don't know. I didn't see much. They beat me unconscious and dragged me here.
We do actually know from the list that was provided by the remaining Goromites that one of them was unaccounted for. Mm-hmm. So it's possible it might have been mind-controlled Goromite willingly sacrificing themselves. Right? Mm-hmm. We still hadn't found one.
Willing or not is kind of irrelevant.
Well, I mean, I don't know the details of the ritual. Maybe, what's his name, likes them struggling. Anyway, do we notice anything?
Do we see any signs of the acolytes? So if it is the acolytes coming back to move their friends' corpses, other than
if you take some time to go back into the.
Yeah, I just want to kind of check it out, just to rule out any bone chariots.
Right. Yeah. So you go back in, and there's the clinic that was off to the east side of the building.
Right.
And the door is open. You peer through there, and you do see the acolytes and Sister Vonda.
Ah, okay.
And Sister Vonda says, "Cinderspark."
Yes. Hello. Well, we found Elder Mom. It's still not quite safe downstairs, so you may want to stay on guard.
Did you lock the door?
Huh?
Why would we?
What door? What door?
Actually, how many of the doors would you like us to lock?
What door are you talking about?
Nothing's going to come up, right?
I have no idea. It's not safe. It's not safe. That's what I said. I stand by that.
We just came back to clean up and get our friends. We thought it would be good to healing to reclaim this space.
We're very much still work. It's a work in progress. This is taking a long time.
Well, maybe we should wait to do this. Do you think you can help us carry our fallen back to town?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time we came back carrying corpses. All right.
Goblins carrying corpses through a foreign town.
Yeah, absolutely. We still have stuff that we made like a travois from last time. Yes.
Yeah.
Can we still do that so we can drag the corpses?
Yeah.
They probably
there are an additional 4 full-size humans here on top of Orm.
Plus, they probably brought that stuff back since it came from Stonehome anyway.
Yeah. So, Sister Vonda, your elder mom.
You met her.
Don't pretend you weren't the one to lure her into false confidence.
Calm.
I didn't know she was elder mom.
You know what? No, I'm not talking to you until I get her to Elsie.
And she reaches.
Bye.
She reaches out her hands to.
Bye. I'm literally leading Elder Ordwe down the road into town. I'm like, don't talk to her.
She says
she is not a good person.
Ordwe, stop this right now.
Ooh, she double named you.
Bob got in trouble.
And
the Harbinger.
She grabs Elder Ordwe's hand, reaches her hands out to cup them. Says, "I'm truly sorry. I can never repay you. Your child and children, friends. I don't know their relationship. They showed me mercy. They saved my friends."
I want to roll a perform check because behind the Elder Ordwe's back, I'm making faces at her.
The Harbinger is flying circles around your head, and in your voices, in Elder Ordwe's voice is going, "Hobart Ordwe, you stop that right now. Hobart Ordwe, you stop that right now." And Verkog is applauding.
I point at the bird and I go, "Do you want me to pee in your breastplate?"
I don't have a breastplate. Hobart.
And I don't believe I've actually told either Elder Ordwe or Wanda about the breastplate peeing. So
she shakes her head at Bob. "Hobart Ordwe, we need to talk about this."
Yes, Mom.
This is not how upstanding goblins behave.
No, Mom.
Can I verify that with goblin lore?
I don't believe you'd have to
you sure fail.
Can. You'd have to crit fail goblin lore in order to. I'm rolling goblin lore. Come on, 1. Come on, no, it's a total of 20.
Well, I have a total of 18.
18. You believe this is exactly how goblins behave?
Which I will chime in is like, no, that this is
even upstanding goblins.
This is totally our culture. This is what we do.
I mean, Mom, you let me read those goblin lore books, so yeah, no, this is totally yeah.
We should get you back to town, Sister Vonda says. I'm sure you could use some rest. You look like she looks at Ordwe's face and she sees the big bruise on her face. Elsie's got something that will help you, I'm sure.
Pie.
Definitely pie.
And you guys make your way back to Elsie's.
Yay.
Bodies in tow.
Again. Hey, Elsie, we're back with more bodies.
Like, do we need to install like a slip and slide from the stone home to Elsie's?
It's the corpse.
You brought bodies back here. Your friend was good, fine, but more?
Corpse sled.
Stonehome is still not quite safe. We needed someplace to go. You're the only good place in town.
Also, meet my mom.
Yes, we found Elder Mom.
Oh, Elder Mom. I've heard so much about you.
Good things, Mom. Good things.
Do you want a pie?
What'd I say?
Yeah.
And I made minced meat.
I'm so excited for mincemeat pie.
Elsie, you are the best.
I have fish pies too.
You're great.
These are portable pies. They're like hand-sized.
Portable, hand-sized fish pies. Okay.
Yes.
Take them with
They
us.
fit in your hand.
And eat them later.
I got that, yeah.
Wow. Elsie, out of curiosity,
Pockets.
did you,
Caliente pockets.
these halfling innovations.
This is definitely my favorite.
In the field of cookery, the halflings are unparalleled.
It's true.
Elsie, you wouldn't happen to have any holy symbols of Caden Kalian just lying around, would you?
No.
All right.
We don't really worship Caden here.
No, we got that.
Yeah, like in your store.
No, why would I carry them? They would just sit here. Who would buy them?
Yeah, okay. What about lockpicks?
Yeah, well,
Lockpicks, we have lockpicks.
Yeah.
Do you need new lockpicks?
I would love to replace my lockpicks if you don't mind.
And spares.
Also,
I have a whole set, and I have some spare pieces.
Beautiful. Also, we would like to once again ask you. Yeah?
Elsie, I'd like some time with your laboratory to identify some substances that we found.
Yeah, we found more unusual liquid. They really do like it up there.
Do you want me to test it for you, or you want to just do it?
I want to look over your shoulder so I can learn how to do it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, we can do that later.
Can I watch?
Okay.
I want to watch too.
I got a shop to run during the day.
Okay.
You guys are back early.
Yeah, well, we found Elder Mom.
Well, when we did, we decided that was the priority.
Also, we needed lockpicks, and I got my face eaten.
Yeah, well, that was yesterday, but he got better.
You don't look so pretty.
Yes, that's because my face apparently doesn't regenerate as quickly as the rest of me.
Elder Mom, make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. I'll bring you pie and a cinnamon roll. I got cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
I'm going to show off for Mom, and I'm going to. I haven't done it mechanically in Foundry, but I'm supposed to get signature spells, and I'd like to make the signature spell Soothe, so that I can cast it from a rank 2 slot.
Okay.
Without having to learn it separately.
Okay.
So I would like to cast Heightened Soothe.
Perfect. You found your mom. Does that mean you guys are leaving now? Is everything safe?
Everything is not safe. We still have some more to do up there. I mean, we did find Elder Mom, but it's not really done yet.
Are you going to make it safe before you leave?
Oh, well, that was...
Yes.
I think we should.
Well, that's... We should ask Elder Ordwy to decide what we do, because that was our initial expedition, wasn't it? Now that
she's not going to have the opportunity to decide for Borum. Borum was going to lead the charge in going back in there.
She says we should help them. That's what we would do.
I like how everyone was on board except for Bob.
Bob's like, Mom, we're going home.
Bob's no longer...
Bob, at the very worst, this will make an amazing story.
True.
It will. But, you kind of need somebody to go back to make sure that the story survives. Right?
Yep.
Anyway, the more to the point, Bob is no longer comfortable calling the shots because this is Elder Ordwy's expedition.
Well, I think...
Since when were you calling the shots, by the way?
Here. Oh, I mean, Bob was calling shots. Whether anybody was actually doing those shots is, another question.
Exactly. Bob's now a little bit more reserved, at least in the presence of Elder Mom.
He was the baller and the shot caller?
No.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish I was a medium-sized creature.
But in any case, I think that Ordwy should stay here, and we can go back to Stonehome.
She says, I'm gonna need a few days rest. I think I can craft a holy symbol to get my connection back. I think if I get some wood, I can carve it or something. That'll get me by.
Okay.
I can do my prayers to get some magic and healing, and I can help Elsie out and make sure that the town is cared for.
Well, while you're still here recovering, you can hold on to Mr. Stitchy, okay? Mr. Stitchy will be with you, and he will keep you safe. And, okay, you just keep each other company, and you'll both recover. Okay.
Cinderspark, what happened to Mr. Stitchy?
What do you mean?
She holds up her hands. There's blood. Where did this come from?
I mean, Mr. Stitchy gets into some stuff every now and then, but he'll be fine. We can wash him off. This is not the first time Mr. Stitchy's been covered in blood, as you can see from the various stains upon Mr. Stitchy.
Elsie, do you have a wash bin?
I have prestidigitation, Mom.
Hobart, can I use water, please?
Fine, Mom.
Oh, man, she big mad at you.
Okay, well, you take care of Mr. Stitchy, and Mr. Stitchy will take care of you.
Okay. Do you mind if I clean him up for you?
Sure. By all means.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay.
And she just kind of leans him up against her chair.
Excellent.
Like sitting up on the floor, but like leaned up against the chair, trying to be respectful of your belongings, but doesn't want to put it on furniture.
Excellent. I'm glad you'll have.
How is Borm responding to all of this excitement and chaos and shit?
Not my monkeys, not my circus kind of thing. So
we are your monkeys, sir.
Yeah. He's eager to get back to Stonehome, but obviously understands that it's important for Elder Mom to be safe, and that was the primary goal of the goblins. So he's just more or less trying to remain quiet and silent, hoping and waiting for the opportunity to direct people back.
Is he like tapping his foot, standing by the door, eating a pie, or?
Yeah, like, come on, guys, come on.
Looking out at the sun setting.
He's trying not to be impatient, and he's not outwardly showing it because I think he realizes it doesn't serve any purpose, right? He's not going to run in there single-handed.
It's a good question, though. Are we going to head out again today, or are we going to spend the night in town?
Up to you guys.
I'm out of game. I cannot trust Bob anymore since he was the sole one being like, "Oh no, we're not going back, right?" Just gonna
I got what I came for.
I would like to remind you that you didn't trust Bob from the very start. Your first action towards Bob was an intimidate check.
That's true.
So it's not like anything's changed.
Wow,
really.
That's some Rain Man levels of grievance right there.
Hey, no, listen, it was entirely justified, and me, the player, is completely fine with it. Bob, though, Bob's keeping an eye on you Goromites. Actually, now Bob doesn't have to. Bob could just leave. But Mom said I have to help you. So
my mom said I have to go adventuring.
So Borm tries to get to know Bob's mother a little bit better and say, like, do you have a brother?
Oh, no, you don't.
Does Bob have a brother?
What the heck? No. Tell me she's a weird woman.
You can send him home, but maybe
you are not making any moves on my mom.
Yeah. If he doesn't have a brother, do you want him
to? Oh. While all of this is going on, it's during dinner while the shenanigans are occurring. Verkog is looking through the book and making bookmarks, where the important places are.
So it is still morning time.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Breakfast then. Sorry.
Yeah. So you guys set out early in the morning.
11.
So yeah, it's probably 11 o'clock in the morning. By the time you get Ordwe and back in, you guys chat and all of that, probably approaching close to noon, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So you guys do have some time in the day if you wanted to go back out. So identifying alchemical items, if you want to do that before you head back out, you could take some time, and I'll say that kind of was part of this time frame here. Elsie says, "All right, fine, I'll do it." And
thank you.
She's like, "Yeah, sorry, it slowed down, and I got my food done for lunch, so I think I can help you." She got a lot of unusual liquids here.
Yeah, I sure do. I have a stack of 6 of them.
That one, she's like, that one's not alchemical. I can't do anything with that one. It's the top one.
I actually have a Thessalonian poison in my inventory for some reason that says the nature of this liquid is unclear.
The first one, she's like, ooh, this is I wouldn't drink this one if I were you. This one is blue dragonfly poison. Boggards brew a potent toxin made from blue dragonflies. Swamp seers consume this mixture to awaken their divine powers, but the poison causes debilitating hallucinations in most other creatures.
It is an ingested poison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's not great.
The next one is a violet venom.
Another consumable.
The delicate process of extracting violet venom from a violet fungus leaves it diluted at the best of times. Alchemists are still on the hunt for a truly pure, unadulterated version of this highly toxic poison.
Huh.
This one...
I'm a little disappointed. Ooh. Oh.
Comprehension Elixir Lesser from Spitter Drought opens your mind to the potential of the written word. For the listed duration after drinking this elixir, you can understand any word you read so long as they are written in a common language. This elixir doesn't automatically allow you to understand codes or extreme esoteric passages, but you still need to attempt a skill check to decipher writing. The duration is 1 minute.
This would not allow me to read the runes that are in the book, right?
No, that would not be common.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
The next one is Anti-Plague Lesser.
Fabulous.
Next one is a Ration Tonic.
Ooh, that's fun.
This slender vial appears to hold clean, clear water with a faintly fruity scent. Drinking a Ration Tonic magically nourishes you with the equivalent of a day's worth of food and water. The tonic has a subtle, pleasant taste. Its particulars chosen when the potion is crafted.
Each of those is worth 3 gold pieces?
Yep.
Fabulous. Okay.
Oil of Weightlessness. You can spread this shimmering oil on an item of 1 bulk or less to make it feel weightless. It has negligible bulk for 1 hour.
Fabulous.
I believe that is all of them.
That is all.
A lot of disgusting poisons in there.
Yeah, sadly, they are all ingestion poisons. Both of them are... Wait.
I was definitely referring to
That
the one
one's
that allows me to
ingested.
read things.
Violet venom. Ooh. I passed this to Cinderspark. This might be helpful. It is a contact poison. Maybe you could put it on your dog slicer.
Sure. I'll put it with the rest of the poison that I'm not using.
Right, so
I have a giant centipede venom. Yeah.
From the giant centipede, yeah.
All right. And so Cinderspark, she had a full thieves toolkit and pieces to repair your thieves toolkit. So you could have 2 if you would like.
Okay.
Can we sell her some stuff so we're not carrying so much, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Or you can leave stuff in the stash that would be left behind.
So I actually, I have a gift for Elsie because she's been so awesome. So I'm going. Cinderspark is going to give Elsie their horse chopper because Elsie is an honorary goblin.
I love that. I love it.
Thank you. I don't think I want to cook with this though.
I mean, you can. It would probably make a really good spit if you wanted to spit roast something. But you do whatever you want with it. It's yours. What a goblin does with their weapons is entirely up to the goblin. So just remember.
Thank you.
You'll always be a goblin from now on.
I recommend you don't use it as a healing aid either.
All right. So you guys identified some things. You got some lockpicks. You got daylight left. You can head back. Not that daylight matters down below, but nonetheless.
I think it's time to give the +1 Warhammer back to the Goromites. I don't know if...
I thought it was the greatsword.
No, the greatsword is Vonda's.
Okay.
But Bob is carrying the Warhammer that their dwarf leader had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if that's ceremonial, they're restoring the place. So symbolically, I think Bob should hand that to them.
I mean, is it ceremonial or it was just his personal possession?
It was his personal weapon.
Okay. Do they want it back?
They'll take it?
Sure. Because it's 1 bulk and I don't want to carry it.
Okay.
And somehow I don't think selling them the weapon of their former leader is going to be, good for the diplomacy between our settlements.
Or do he's like, go on. we got to help these people.
Yep.
She grabs Borm by the arm, pulls him back very lovingly. Says, take care of my boy. Don't let anybody hurt him.
Borm stares at Bob. He's like, I'll take care of him. But we could always replace him.
Bob, you have to pee for dominance right now.
No, I just have to make sure that my healing goes to targets that are worth it.
I know he gets a little chatty sometimes, and he likes to sing. We encourage the arts, and just
Mom, he locked me in a room alone. Okay, Mom, I wouldn't trust him.
Hobart Ordway, I'm talking right now. Can you get all of his bits and pieces, and hopefully all of his blood is still in him and stuff? Bring him back one piece.
I'll try, but generally Stonehome is not the place for theater kids, so we'll see.
We're done with Stonehome. It's the Rusthenge now.
So I'm just honestly just going to be spending the entire time of that interaction, Cinder Spark just laughing at Bob. It's just way too precious. I love it so much.
So you guys come back down these stairs back into, this is beneath Rusthenge, beneath the workshop that you were in previously. Mm-hmm. So you are kind of in like maybe a temple area.
The dark basement.
Yeah, the dark basement. From these steps to the west, a massive 15-foot wide iron door seals the passage beyond. Sharp spikes and blades of rusted metal cover the entire surface of the door.
Borm just rushed it.
Borm shoulder checks the door and he dies.
Can I?
All right, guys. Now that the one who wanted us to investigate this is dead, let's go home.
What's going on, Mark?
I forgot to ask earlier, but obviously Borm probably did not have access to the entirety of Stonehome. So was previously the first time that he had realized that, like, there's tunnels that go under it, that, like, effectively the castle is accessible from hidden passages, is what he's kind of, like, coming to terms with.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the first time that he learned that information?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I just wanted to keep that in mind.
Not aware that there was a basement?
Well, it's more in the sense that it's unlikely that he had access to the entirety of the keep. Like, that would be reserved for higher ups.
Yeah.
So exactly. Even if he knew there was a basement, he didn't understand that there was an under basement going to the island out in the middle of the harbor.
Right.
Correct.
So this door, how does one open such a door?
How does one open such a door? I assume you take a listen.
Well, I'm not putting my ear on a spiky door.
But there are handles on the door.
Mm-hmm. The whole fucking thing's a trap, but is it trapped? Is it locked?
It is not locked. It does not appear trapped.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Vercog, is the door magic?
You
You do not detect magic.
All right.
Thanks, Vercog.
You don't see a way to open the door?
Are we going to open the door?
Are you?
I'm asking them, not you. Jeez, a voice in my head, please.
It appears to be the only way to go forward, unless there's a secret door somewhere and we missed.
I mean, if it's a secret door, it's still secret.
Okay, Bob is going to go back into right this corner in the hallway and is going to attempt to roll perception. Okay, so Bob just critted perception for secret doors in that corner with a 27. Did I find a secret door?
You did not find a secret door.
All right, I'm all out of ideas.
Just previously unnoticed bits of snake that blew up and ricocheted down the corridor. All right, so I guess I will open the door.
All right, you open the door, and as you open the door, the rusty door creaks open. A mass of rusty spikes appear out of nowhere in the open doorway and launch violently into the room. And we'll pick up there next week.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Filip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.